Hello and welcome everyone to another InventRight.com TV show. Got Mr. Steven here, and my name is Andrew Krause. Steven, what are we talking about today?
Andrew, I had such a great time in Charleston, South Carolina, speaking at this event called Protocon, and I met this amazing guy. And he started talking to me about ideas. He said, "Hey, can I Skype you later?" I'm like, "Sure." So he ended up contacting me, Samaret. I think that's how to pronounce his name. Hopefully I've got that correct. But anyway, Probably not. But he Skypes me next, and he starts showing me all these ideas. Now, Andrew, I'm thinking, oh, geez, more ideas again. But no, they were fantastic. In fact, what I loved about them, they put a smile on my face. You see, this gentleman is a graphic designer, and he was designing in the novelty gift industry. And that's where I started. So, and his ideas were so great that I just put this big smile on my face, and it brought me back to when I was doing it. And I remember, because he kept on having one idea after the next. It reminded me back when I was in New York. I'm in my 20s, I've got this big suitcase. I'm walking down the middle of some street, and everybody's trying to avoid me because I got this big bag. And I get up to this meeting, and sure enough, I put the bag behind me and I start pitching ideas. I grab something. What about this? Oh, you don't like it? How about this? And it was the endless bag. In fact, someone said to me, goes, "Steve, how many ideas do you have in that bag?"
Who are you presenting to?
It was one of those companies, you call them up. It was a novelty gift company. I think it was called Commonwealth. And I had this magical bag where I kept on pulling out my products one after the next, and they were like, "How many products do you have in there?" He brought me back to that moment because he starts to pitch me all these ideas. Now, what I like about this industry is that I want to share with you some of the ideas that I have. And one of the first ones that I licensed to the novelty gift industry, and I'm going to give you 5 tips of how to do this, is called Sweet Darts. Can you see this, everybody? These are plastic little arrows with a suction cup, and they were called Sweet Darts. This one says, "I love you." I love this one. Some of them said, "I'm stuck on you." They were just goofy ideas. They paid me royalties for these. Absolutely love it. And guess what? No prototype. All I sent them in was a 1-line description, and they licensed this idea from me. Collected royalties, loved it. Let me show you another one.
No, we're not saying people should do that necessarily. A nice drawing might be nice, right?
Well, I'm going to talk about that in one of my tips. These were called fast food puppets, right? And they also licensed this idea from me. Can you believe they paid me for these? Anyway, this one was for graduation. It's called, I think it's called Hooray! This is for little elephants. They paid me royalties on this design. And of course I had bathtub puppets. They paid me for those too. I love the novelty gift industry. But here are the 5 tips, Andrew, that I want everybody to realize. This is a fun industry. These ideas, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel here. They're just fun ideas. They put a smile on your face. And that's why I loved when he was pitching me these ideas. Because what? Because his were brilliant, and I was smiling, and I was laughing. I was enjoying every minute. But here's what I want you to do. You guys, if you're going to submit your ideas to a novelty gift industry, here's 5 tips. The first one is, you have to do this a year in advance, Andrew. Let me tell you the reason why. They're all seasonal. So if you're going to design for Valentine's or Father's Day or Mother's Day, go down to all the stores and take pictures. Look at all the products so you can design for the next year. That's the catch, because if you're going to design for Father's Day and it's not close to Father's Day, how are you going to design for that industry when you don't see similar products? Right? So it's always a year ahead. Number 2, contact those companies that you want to work with and find out how to work with them. Call them up, tell them you're a product developer, you want to start submitting ideas. How do you work with guys like us? They will tell you exactly. Some of them are royalties, most of them are. They pay as you go. If they take it, wonderful. But ask beforehand, build a relationship. Before you know it, they're going to tell you what they're looking for. That's what I loved about this industry. In fact, when I came up with the sweet darts, they told me, Steve, Valentine's, it needs to retail for about $1.99, and it's going to be on the counter. So come up with something clever. And that's what I did here. All right, number 3. You don't have to protect these ideas. That's crazy, right? Because there's
Not legal advice.
no legal.
That's not legal advice.
But you can protect it. The best way to protect it is with the copyright. Really simple to do. And if you have similar ideas, file a copyright, a catalog of all those ideas. If they're similar, you can do it for $45. But ask the company, what do they need? And trust me, you guys, they're going to love you. And they don't need patents. They don't need any of this stuff. Okay, so where am I? I'm at step number 4, or tip number 4. Realize this. There's not a lot of money in this.
You're talking about for gift and novelty, Stephen, specifically.
Yeah, and let me tell you the reason why. It's seasonal. And they're only going to produce so much to fill their distribution chain. They're not going to make millions. They're going to make hundreds of thousands. And they're going to fill it. They don't want to have any inventory left over at the end of the year. That's the catch. But here's tip number 5. If you come up with a novelty gift that sells every single day, that's where the gold is. That's where the money is, Andrew. And you can do this by come up with a novelty gift for birthdays or anniversaries. That's what I've learned. So there are my 5 tips. I led this industry. I had a total blast doing this. You can too. Have fun. Put a smile on people's faces, and you'll love it.
Stephen, it's like you're a kid again when you talk about novelty gift. It's where you started out. I know you moved on to some really big types of projects, but when I see you talking about novelty gift, it's like you're little Stephen Key, and you're just all excited getting back to the beginning.
Because you know what's so fun about this, Andrew? You don't have to spend a lot of time. They're just sketches. I just came up with sketches, sometimes just one-line benefit statements, sent it to a company, and they were fun. They were lighthearted. That's what I loved about this, and that's why I even got in this business, because this part was fun. I wasn't coming up with some invention. I was just putting a smile on people's face.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Stephen, for sharing your personal experience. If you guys like the show, give us a thumbs up down below, subscribe to our channel, and we'll catch up with you on the next InventRight.com TV show. Take care and keep inventing.